Keep it pyro.
And for the first time ever, we got the second group of guests stepping in the building on the Flip Life Radio show. A few of them and them from the new Guardz. What's good, family?
What's going on?
Yeah, cool.
What's going on? So we're setting off a brand new segment today. So thank you lot. I thought, you know what, it's only right I get you lot to come and rep this thing first, because we've been wanting to get you on the show anyway. When I thought this segment, I thought, yeah, you lot got like a ciphering and doing this energy thing is what you guys do. So tell us a bit about the new Guardz though, and who it is and how it come together.
Well, the new Guardz, it would be here all day if we talked about what it is. But it basically started with, you know, a bunch of us kind of coming together at one of our shows, and we basically decided that it's not about kind of waiting for people to give you opportunities. We just kind of decided to collectivize, get together, put on our own shows. You know, we run our own. Now we've got our own radio. We started with podcasts and stuff like that. And yeah, we just run a bunch of stuff. Like, we just got loads of ideas. We just want to keep creative, put other artists on as well, like to kind of give them a spot to perform. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's just about community. Yeah,
and come together naturally. How has it been selected?
Well, the thing is, it started with like a few of us. There was it's like literally about 3 different peer groups that you know. It was like me, Triple Darkness, Crickstar. A few of us went to school together. A few of us grew up in the same area. A few of us are like from North London, Tottenham, Finsbury Park, all around there. And then a few of us are kind of met organically through like just music and kind of just networking. I met Marv. I met Honest T, Mass through just like on this hip hop thing, just going about and meeting people at different events and stuff, and it just came together like that.
Dope.
What? So is it all like you're all mandem? You're all brethren?
Yeah, we're all brethren.
You all get chill and check for each other.
Family, yeah, definitely.
That's what we created, innit? We created a family, innit? Like basically, it's like obviously, like you're saying, innit? Some of us grew together and was tight already. Yeah. But then we've met each other through like going through the same platforms or the same arenas or the same places and going. So then obviously like, hold on, like we're going together and we always check for each other anyway, and we're always at the same places. We built that firm format of like, yo, when we go somewhere, it's a brickwork rather than my man, and my man. So when we go there, that's what it is kind of thing. Because you know, you go places and there's everybody scattered out doing their own thing. We come there and we're like, all right, it's better for us to move as like everyone's doing their own thing anyway. We're a collective of everybody's their own person. Like we're not like a group.
Where you're wearing the same uniform or something.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think the thing that connects us, like the thing that first connected the new guys was the mosh. Like we were down at Pharaoh Munch's concert, everything went nuts and we were just dancing with each other, like just like getting bucked to the music, like fucking moshing out. You get me? So like we got gassed off that, and then from being at that event and feeling the vibe, like it's
dope. It's dope how much you pulled. I've said it before you came in the room. I was like, the first time I saw you guys together. And I was like, I didn't realize like half of the front of the crowd was like just all going along with the lyrics. And I realized, these men are in the crowd all together. They're all together. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Everyone's in
and
their
it was
own
proper repping, like
their own little piece anyway. And then you know that they're part and then supporting the thing 100. So it's just vibes in it all the way.
It's dope, man. Make sure everyone listening, man. What's the next event? Have you got an event coming up?
Next one will be the 16th of June. That's gonna be Guardz House Asbo Showcase at New River Studios, 199 Eid Road. Next one will be after that, 14th of July, same place. That's gonna be the big party ones, barbecue events, like outside. Sick. Taking advantage of the summer weather, come down like
We will be there, man.
Definitely come down, and then we got the big, obviously our big new Guardz, the mad thing, the big thing, which will be back at Nambuka again as our normal thing. Summer Jam. Straight. That's the 4th of August.
Holloway Road.
Yeah, Holloway Road. So
what's on the 16th of June?
So we got the 16th of June is the Asbo Showcase. That's at New Rivers. Asbo Showcase again on the 14th of July. So basically what is we're going to have a monthly event at this building here that we've got now. So that's basically the Guardz House now, innit? That's our headquarters now. Like locked in buildings, smashed. We got it. Like.
Alright, before we get into this cypher thing, we've been going on with this politics thing hard. Marv,
I knew this was coming, bro.
I have a touch on it. For real. I kind of have to pull back a little bit because I was going hard on Facebook for them few days.
Yeah, I saw.
And like I don't even remember what you wrote, but you wrote that you weren't voting, and I was been bantering, going back and forth with people saying they weren't voting for them days, and I think I wrote blood on your hands on your thing, and that was a bit extreme for me to even write that on your wall. So
yeah,
I'm gonna say my bad of even addressing it like that, because I've been getting hotted up.
It's Facebook, bro. It's Facebook. Like if you say that shit to me in person, I'm taking it as a thing on a comment on me as a man. But when I see that on Facebook,
but maybe if I said it to you as a person, I might have said them words, but in a certain tone. That, do you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get a certain message across. But you was kind of like, nah, I can't even remember where you went with it. But you was like, nah, I'm not voting. But you came around eventually.
Yeah, so my whole thing was I'm not going to do something because like the crowd is suggesting I do it. That's kept me who I am for a very long time. And for a long time, I'm like, I still don't trust anything like in terms of politics. So at that point of me voting, it's like I vote with my money, I vote with my actions, I vote with my youth work, I vote with what I eat, I vote with how I step. So I was like, no, I don't need to prove anything about voting for a certain thing. But when I kept seeing the statistics, 'cause I don't pay attention to the news. Like I live under my rock, innit? And it's good there, and I meditate there. But when people are saying certain things, I'm putting that up there as a thing of like, I literally said, I ain't voting. Tell me how I'm the problem. That's if you think about that. And really think about it. What am I doing? But opening debate and having people say. And that 180 turn was not because people were talking, but just in terms of like, I've asked a question, I got an answer, and I'm like, it doesn't make sense for me now, being disinformed, to not vote.
So the information you got made you feel like you should vote at this time. That's good.
Definitely.
People hollered at me like, there was the one thing that I thought was alright, because a couple people hollered at me from your status specifically, and was like, yo, I was thinking the same thing as Marv, and I'm gonna vote because I read what you was writing and a couple other people, and boom, 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 and that's why I think them kind of debates were good, like whatever way they went across and all of that. You man voting or?
I'm voting. Paper. But at the same time, I do understand. I do understand where Marv comes from. We have these debates within the Guardz anyway. Like we've had heated debates, discussions about this between us, like because so many different mans, there's so many different perspectives.
Yeah, of course.
Me personally, I understand Marv's apathy. Like to a certain extent, do you know what I mean? I understand people that think in that kind of way because I know time's ticking. Because like obviously, you know, it's been in a situation where, you know, like politics, you know, different parties and similar policies. You've had like you've had Tony Blair, who's been like a conservative, like
they've been the same, innit? This has been my thing. They've been the same, and now
it's hard.
It looks so quite different at the moment.
Exactly, and it's hard for people especially who grew up in the 90s, to kind of like, you know, see the difference between different parties, and that's why I can understand the apathy. But you know, hopefully things will change, innit?
It better change. Like, I'm voting still.
I haven't voted. I was a youth politician and doing bare things here, but now I swear down, the last I know is that all of the voting got cancelled, and then they put in some special elected person to take that position to be the MP, which was Theresa May. But right now, who do they represent? What format or government do they represent? What positions? Because we don't know their power or party. They don't represent a party right now.
Who? She represents the Conservative Party.
Okay, but why was she put in? Because there was a problem with the parties alone.
Because it was a mad thing. Like she's an unelected prime minister.
Exactly.
But it was to do with Brexit, I suppose. But it was.
So they had to
the Conservatives were put into power, innit? But we put in, who was David Cameron at the time.
It's a mad thing. For me, it's
a mad thing.
For me, I didn't vote, so I take no responsibility for that.
I didn't vote, but I think personally that the voting thing is still stuck back on Brexit, bruv, innit? They didn't deal with Brexit, so now they put her in now to
they're trying to, and also, I'll tell you the other thing they wanted to do. They wanted to tell Jeremy he has to stand down too. So they're like, I'm standing down. We're replacing the leadership in both parties. And Jeremy was like, no. Exactly. Which is more reason like I see them trying to do their thing. And we're not having.
I rate Jeremy on the real.
Just not to be sexist. We asked the last guest, would you link a Tory?
No.
Would you beat?
What, a person who voted conservative?
Like who thinks and feels conservative? Like would you beat?
How paying she is, innit? If she's letting go, man. Listen, let's be honest,
I don't care what my gal votes,
Not everyone has that.
It's my gal, fam. I don't care what she votes, fam.
Not everyone has that luxury, innit? Like, do you know what I mean? Some man just link who they can link, innit? But at the same time, nah, because like for instance, my flatmate, yeah, her dad is voting because he is usually a Tory voter. Yeah, he's come from like a working class background, but now he's like a working class come with now. Yeah, so he didn't want to vote for Labour because he felt like they were going to tax him the most because he's in that tax bracket that they would be affected. But at the same time, his wife wanted to vote Labour. So like now they're kind of like both of them might not vote. You know what I mean? They both might not vote. They're both moving apathetic.
Voting Guardz,
and
yeah.
they're not kids.
Say, wait. Say, so
running.
Your answer is just wait till you're in love, and then it don't matter.
Keep it pyro.